So, in order to determine the emotions and also traits of a character in a story, we need to actually know what character traits are and be able to tell them apart from emotions. So, first things first, character traits are qualities that make a character unique. A few points. Character traits are adjectives, meaning they describe a noun, they describe someone or something, they're adjectives. They describe both personality and physical traits of a character. So a character trait can be someone is very dependable and nice. A character trait can also be they are very strong and tall. They can be something about their personality and also something that's about their physical traits. And then lastly, character traits usually stay the same throughout the story, like people are who they are. But when we think about character development, they can also change by the end. So here are a few words that we could use when we think about character traits. How is my character as a person? My apologies for how blurry it is. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor right now trying to figure out how to see different things. But with that being said, here is a list of various different words. Character traits can be something about them being nice, like maybe they're bright, cheerful, caring, charming, considerate, all the way down to respectful, sensitive, and sweet. They could be on the mean side. A character trait can be that they're angry or bossy or cruel or dark or disrespectful, all the way down to unfriendly and unpleasant. Maybe they're on the sad side when we think about their character. So they're antisocial. They don't talk to other people. They're comfortless. They're depressed, down, friendless, gloomy, glum, heartbroken, heavy-hearted. So they can be nice. They can be mean. They can be sad. Also, when we think about character traits, we can think positive versus negative. Like they can be cooperative or they can be uncooperative, meaning they can't work with other people. They can be calm in situations, or maybe they're really reactive. They can be dependable, meaning if I need you, I got you, or they can be undependable, meaning I need you where you at. We can think between confident versus nervous. Like maybe they are very assertive, meaning they really stick up for themselves. Or maybe they're really anxious, so they're not so assertive. Maybe they're brave, meaning they have all that strength and they're feeling confident in themselves. Or maybe they're more concerned. I can also think about it in talking about people being lazy or not being like does a lot or does very little, such as maybe they're really active, or if they're not active, maybe they're bored or boring. Maybe they're adventurous, meaning they want to go and do daring things, or maybe they're a little dull. And then lastly, over here, I can think of them as opposites. So like calm versus hyperactive, funny versus serious, gentle versus rough, glamorous versus simple. You get the gist. So what I want you to do in a moment is you're going to look at these different words. Also, any traits or adjectives that come to your head, you can use those too. And you're going to choose five. You're going to think of five, and you're going to describe yourself. So first, I'm going to think about words that I would use to describe me. One word that I come to mind is honest. I think I'm very honest. I usually tell the truth. I think I almost always tell the truth. If I don't want to tell the truth, I just won't say anything. Two, encouraging. I think I do a really good job of encouraging others, specifically my students, to do really well in school and to grow their brains and to choose greatness. I would consider myself encouraging. Competitive. This is something I think a lot of people would automatically think about when they think of Mr. Hardman. I wouldn't say I love competition per se. I would say it's just very much in my nature. Like I can't help it. I just want to be first in everything. I can't help it. I would think myself to be dependable. You can depend on me. If you ask me to do something, I follow through. I do it. I make sure I'm there for people who need me. And then lastly, I would say that I'm a little moody. Sometimes I'm feeling good, sometimes I'm not feeling so good, and I am not very good at hiding it when it comes to my face. So these are five words that I would use to describe myself. You would notice this second question asks you for five traits you would use to describe Mr. Hardman. You don't know me very well yet, and to quite frankly, I don't know y'all at all. So if you would like to just copy these five words down here for what are five traits you would use to describe Mr. Hardman, by all means, do so. But what I want you to focus on in this next activity is thinking of five different character traits that you would use to describe yourself. A couple pro tips before you jump into that. Remember that character traits are not feelings or emotions. Character traits don't change, emotions do. Like I am always honest. However, I can be angry and I can be sad, or I can be happy or I can be mad. One changes, the other doesn't. Second, character traits are more than good and bad. Like we can say, oh, that person is good, they're bad, they're nice, they're mean. Like those words aren't juicy. I want juicy descriptions. Like these words here, like honest, encouraging, competitive, dependable, moody. Like these words, they really hold a lot of meaning and give whatever writing or whatever reading we're doing a lot more flavor. So think of really juicy descriptions when thinking of describing yourself and finding those character traits.